A young woman named Rose was born. 21 years old, a kind-hearted princess of a powerful American dynasty, but with no freedom. Nanny, I don't want to get married. I don't want to be locked into a life with no joy. Nanny, I want to be free like the way you talk about life outside this compound, like real life in America. Chris Falcon, 28, a businessman who seemed to have no hint of happiness in his life. Oh, of course. Get your trash off the top of my car. These two people grew up in different worlds in the same country. Yet how could fate and chance bring together two people so opposite? And what if love proved only fleeting? How far could they fight for it? Let's witness another Tales from Defies. Is America really that beautiful, Nanny? Rose asked her American nanny, and from her stories the United States sounded like a wide-open place. Oh yes, miss, America's beautiful. People are free here. Joyful, simple, ordinary folks living with spirit. It's beautiful, Miss Rose. Every day I still miss the small town where I grew up, answered Linda, Rose's nanny, who was practically her second mother. Since Rose was little, Linda had taken care of her. Nanny, I love words. And even though I speak English because of you, I want to learn more. Spanish, too. Someday, I want to travel. See New York City. Nanny, could you get me a Spanish-English dictionary? I want to understand more. Are you sure? Linda's eyes widened. I'm sure, Nanny, Rose said brightly, decided and firm. Because the girl wanted it so badly, Linda gave her a dictionary. Rose read it constantly and learned fast. One day, the current matriarch of the family strode quickly down the hall, every step urgent, looking for Rose. Linda, where's your girl? She asked, eyebrow raised, two attendants trailing behind. The young miss is in her room, Linda answered. Hearing that, the matriarch pushed into her daughter's bedroom. Mother, Rose blurted as soon as she saw her, hurriedly hiding the dictionary under her pillow. What's going on, Mum? Why are you here? Rose, I'm here to tell you your engagement to the Royalton heir is near. Prepare yourself, she announced. Rose shot up from her bed. Mum, marriage. Why? I don't love anyone yet. Don't tell me you'll marry me off to a stranger. You're of age, Rose. You're 21. It's time. 7 days from now is the date. Prepare yourself. Next week, you'll meet the man you're to marry. Remember, you're a woman, you'll follow your husband. But Mum, enough. The matriarch snapped, turned on her heel, and left without ceremony. As soon as she was gone, Linda entered to find Rose already crying. Hush now, don't cry. I cry when you cry, miss. She hugged her tight. I don't want to marry. I don't want to live a life without joy. Nanny, I want to be free like you said life can be in America. I can't just be obedient to a husband. What if he tells me to bark? Do I bark? What if he tells me to jump? Do I jump non-stop? I don't want that, Nanny. I want to be free. Help me. Get me out of this estate. I want to go to New York. Child, we can't. You'll be in danger. You don't know the city. I can handle it, Nanny, please. Help me be free, Rose begged, and Linda thought hard. A week passed. The day Rose would be introduced to her intended, with the entire Royalton family arriving. Linda, bring the young lady out, the matriarch ordered while entertaining guests. She's coming down, ma'am, Linda answered, nervous about the plan she and Rose had made. The estate was busy, perfect for an escape. As time ticked on and Rose still hadn't come down, the matriarch grew restless and went back to Linda. Linda, what's taking her so long? The groom's waiting. My tongue's dried up, keeping them entertained. Where is your girl? She hissed quietly. Mum, the engagement goes against Miss Rose's will. Maybe she just needs longer to compose herself. She doesn't love him. This is her first time being presented to a man. Let's give her a moment, Linda said, and the matriarch seemed persuaded. Fine. Perhaps that's best. She returned to the guests. I hope you've flown to where your heart wants, Rose, Linda prayed, knowing her girl was already at the airport. The matriarch, bored to hoarseness from small talk, soon returned. She's still not here? Go to her room and drag her out if you must, she ordered. Yes, ma'am. Linda pretended to go fetch Rose. She knew the danger but had to act well. She drew a deep breath and shouted, Ma'am! Ma'am! Everyone startled as she ran. She met the matriarch. Ma'am! The young lady! What happened? Where is she? She's gone, Ma'am. What do you mean, gone? She isn't in her room and her belongings are missing. I'm afraid she may have run." "What? She ran?" The matriarch rushed to the room, saw the mess, and knew Linda might be right. She clenched her fists. "You men, get out there and find her. If you have to break her fingers, do it. Hurry." Security scrambled. Meanwhile, Rose, bundled up and careful, was already on a flight to New York City. She was terrified of the life she chose, but her heart overflowed with joy. Her heart felt free. Back at the estate, the men returned exhausted. "Ma'am, we searched everywhere but couldn't find her." "If she isn't hiding, she's left the state," one reported. The matriarch's jaw tightened. "She thinks she can live free? Taste the life she wants? She's wrong. She'll suffer wherever she goes, and when she does, she'll crawl back to me and beg to be taken in," she seethed. After hours in the air, Rose reached New York. Her first breath of the city tasted like freedom. Nanny was right. New York is beautiful, even if it's smoky and loud. Good thing I've learned enough Spanish and street English. Talking to people should be easy, she thought, as if she'd escaped from a tiny cage. She went to a hotel to check in. $130 a night, ma'am, said the front desk clerk. "I'll take it. I want to stay 6 months, Rose said. The clerk's eyes widened. 6 months? Yes, 6 months. Here. She handed over her card. The clerk scanned it and slid it back. "Ma'am, this card has no funds." "What? That's impossible. Try again." The clerk tried. "Ma'am, still nothing. Here, use this one." Another card, another decline. "Ma'am, this one has no funds either." "That can't be. My cards have money." "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't process payment. If you can't pay, please let me help the next guest." "No, I can pay. Scan them again," Rose insisted, voice rising. "Ma'am, I'll have to call security." Shoulders heavy, Rose slid her useless cards back into her bag and stepped out, suitcase in hand. She'd expected hardship, but she hadn't imagined her own mother would freeze her account so completely. Back at the estate, the matriarch stared out her window, smiling thinly. "Let's see how far you get, Rose. I'll give you 1 month before you crawl back for forgiveness for your insolence, shaming our family. Punishment is what a mother owes." That night in the city, Rose sat in a park. Families laughed with kids. Couples held hands. Even with her heavy heart, the sight eased her. "Someday I'll have this joy. Mother, it's okay that you took everything from me. I'm not angry. One day I'll prove I didn't choose wrong," she thought. "Even without jewels on my dress or diamonds at my ears and neck, this is the first time I've felt the happiness of freedom. It's sweet to be free, far from the perfection of being your princess. Here in America, I can be who I truly am, not just what others expect to see. Someday I'll come back to you, not to reclaim being a princess, but to show you I'm happy." People drifted home. She was the last one on the bench. When the chill set in, she tucked herself on the hard slat and fell asleep. Morning honks jolted her awake, and her stomach growled. "I'm hungry, but I have no money," she told herself. She tried asking shops for food, but learned quickly that even kind people can't always help if you can't pay. Thirsty and starving, she drank from a public fountain, then wandered on until she found a thrift corner. An idea sparked. "That's it. I'll do that," she told herself, set down her suitcase and started selling her clothes. "Clothes for sale. Cheap. Come take a look." People paused. One by one they bought. She took whatever price they offered, enough to eat. A woman approached. "Sweetheart, your clothes are lovely. Will you let me buy everything for $500? $500? Yes, take them all." Rose sold out, leaving nothing for herself to wear later. With money in hand, she went to a bakery. She craved cake, the one thing she'd been forbidden to eat back home because her mother didn't want her to gain weight. But she barely knew American prices. "How much is that? And how much did I earn? Doesn't matter. I'll buy cake," she told herself brightly. "Ma'am, what would you like?" "How much is that white cake? I'll take one, and this." She held out a bill. Sensing her confusion, the clerk tried to take advantage. "Let me see your money." Rose showed her bills. "That one's $450, the clerk lied, pointing at a $100. A woman stepped in, stopping Rose. "Put your money away." I'll pay for you, she said, glaring at the clerk. You'd exploit someone naive. Don't you dare give me the cake. And don't try that again or I'll tell your manager. The clerk apologized. The woman took Rose home. What's your name? She asked. Rose. I'm Rose. I'm Tina, and this is Kelsey. Where are you from? You look new here, and why don't you know money? I didn't get much schooling, Rose lied, hiding who she really was. I have no family here and nowhere to stay. Could I have something to eat? You seem kind, Rose, and you're a woman. This city can be tough. Stay with us. What we eat, you eat. What's ours is yours. Your family here. Tina's welcome was warm. Really? You're so kind. Thank you, Rose said, hugging her. She found a new home. Though some take advantage, there are many with good hearts, like Tina and Kelsey. Rose didn't feel different. She felt she had family. Life was hard and not luxurious, nothing like what she'd known. But she was genuinely happy. Because money was tight, Rose worked. Tina did manicures, Kelsey sold peanuts, Rose hawked vegetables. They taught her to count bills and recognize coins. One day she walked the streets with a basket of mixed produce and a tray of collard greens. Collards, great with hot sauce, she called, and a woman bought. How much? $1 for 2, the woman said, handing payment. Thanks, Rose chirped and kept on. Under the hot sun, she paused in the shade of a tall office building. Thirsty, she set her baskets down. But a dog mess was nearby, so she reached for the glossy red car parked at the curb and placed her produce on it, then took a drink. From the lobby, Chris stepped out and went hot with anger, seeing a girl using his car as a shelf. He strode over. "What the hell are you doing to my car?" he roared. Rose glanced around. No one else. He was looking at her. "Are you talking to me?" "Of course to you. Who else is here? Whose vegetables are those?" "Mine." "Exactly. Get your garbage off my car." His eyes narrowed. She snatched up her greens, startled. Okay, I just set them down. I didn't scratch or dirty anything." "Oh, now you've got excuses. This isn't some junker you can dump collards on. You could sell vegetables your whole life and never buy this car," he snapped. "And why would I buy it? I'm not trying to," she shot back and started to walk off. He grabbed her arm and yanked her back. Their eyes met. His temper smoked. His grip hurt. "You're hurting me. Can't you try being nice?" she protested. He didn't relent. "Smart mouth, you even know what this car costs." "I know. I have lots of these." It was true. Back home, there were many luxury cars in the garage. "You're not just broke, you're a liar." He smirked darkly, ran his hand over her sleek, straight hair, and inhaled. "Not bad for a broke girl. You smell good. Maybe you pulled that stunt to get my attention. I'm easy. Come with me and I'll give you the pleasure you want," he said crudely, brushing her lower lip, then kissed her without permission. Rose reeled. It was her first kiss, stolen. She grabbed his head and bit his lip, hard. "Ah, ow!" he yelped, nearly in tears. "That's what men with no respect deserve. How dare you? How could you?" she said and slapped him. "How could I? Don't you know who? Don't you dare flip this on me, cue ball." "I am not bald." "Fine. Mr. No Hair, no amount of your money can buy my dignity. Learn respect, because if we meet again it won't just be a slap." "What are you bragging about? Your car." She scanned for something hard. Hey, what are you doing? Put that down," he cried, seeing the big rock in her hand. He lunged to shield the car. "Let me go so you learn your lesson. Know what cures a man's arrogance? This. I'm sorry. I'll respect every woman, I swear. Just please don't throw that," he begged. Too late. The rock smashed into his windshield. Glass spider-webbed. He clutched his head, then glared at the defiant girl. "You've got some nerve. Do you know how much that costs to fix?" "I know it's expensive. We're even," she said coolly and turned away. "And where the hell do you think you're going? You're not getting away." He hoisted her over his shoulder. "Hey, put me down. Help. He's kidnapping me," she yelled, but passers-by assumed it was a lover's spat. He dumped her into his car. "Where are you taking me?" she fought, smacking him with collard greens. "Can you throw that grass out? Cows, goats, and horses eat that." "No, Not until you let me out, she snapped, whacking him with the greens. What the? He grabbed both her wrists. Rose went still. Why, gonna kiss me again? Go ahead, she taunted. He let go. She flailed anew. Hey, what are you doing? He hugged her legs so she couldn't wriggle out the window. Can't you see I'm getting out through any hole I find? Seriously, through the sunroof? You're crazy. Fed up, he yanked her into the seat. Stop it! Shut up, he barked, voice hard enough to scare her into silence. I said shut up. Look, I can tolerate you parking your greens on my car, but shattering my windshield? No, you pay for your mistakes. With what? I have no money. Here, my day's earnings. She offered $30. Are you trying to annoy me? No, I'll be quiet. Listen, 2 options. 1, I call the cops. They'll make sure you pay damages, maybe even take your house, land, whatever. Take their house. She thought of Tina and Kelsey's place, horrified. 2, you work it off. You served me for a year. To avoid burdening the kind women, Rose agreed. She went with him and let herself become his maid. Soon they reached his home, a sprawling mansion, almost as big as the estate she'd fled. Your house is huge, she breathed. Yep, and this is the size you'll clean. Now, my maid, do your job. Remove my shoes and socks. Get fresh ones and put them on. Hurry, I'm late for the office, he said, proprietary and calm. As you wish, Your Highness, she muttered, bowing. He blinked at the odd deference, as if she'd served nobility before, but shrugged it off. She returned with socks and shoes, knelt. Give me your foot cue ball, she said. He scowled. What? A second ago I was Your Highness, and now I'm cue ball. If I put your socks on, promise you'll lend me your phone. Tina and Kelsey might be worried. Fine. Demanding. Hurry. Okay. She slid on a black sock and a red one, then opposite shoes. All done. Good. He stood, then stared. Why are my shoes on the wrong feet and why are my socks black and red? They don't match. Wrong? I did it on purpose, so it's colorful, red and black so I don't get confused, she grinned. Are you kidding me? Fix this, now, or I'll pick you up off the floor, he warned. Yes, sir. She fetched proper socks and corrected everything with care. Serving was hard. She was used to being served. Still, she did her best. Finished. Is that okay? Good. Now I'll be gone for hours. When I'm back, cook for me, and clean the whole mansion. Clear? He handed her his phone. She called. Tina, it's Rose. Where are you? We'll come get you. No need. I'm safe. I just have to serve a bald-headed man here, that's all. Bye. She returned the phone and he left. All night Rose cleaned. When she heard his car, she grabbed a glass of water to greet him. Welcome home, Your Highness, she said, bowing. You're so formal, he muttered, suspiciously eyeing the water. What did you put in this? Salt? Poison? Both, sir. He froze. Kidding. It's safe, she laughed, took a sip. Then he took the glass, turning it so his lips touched where hers had. Your lips smell good. You know, 2 people drinking from one glass is like an indirect kiss. Sweet as the real thing, he murmured, eyes on her mouth. She looked down, flustered by the strange electricity running through her. He drank from her side of the rim. Want a drink from my lip? He teased. Want me to kick you where it hurts? She shot back. He swallowed hard. If she could smash a windshield, she could smash other things. Relax, I'm kidding. Have you eaten? Not yet. You said I should wait till you got home to cook. Don't cook. I brought food. He handed her takeout. I'll plate it for you, sir, she said, and as she moved away, he stopped her. What is it, sir? More orders? He scratched his cheek, eyes a little red. Rose noticed how shy he looked. Sir, do you need something? Ah, nothing. Just thought, maybe you could eat with me, he said softly. Rose blinked. A dragon had turned into a man. A smile crept over her face. Why are you staring like that? Stop it, he said, embarrassed. Sorry. I thought you were just grumpy. I didn't expect you to be kind, she said. He stiffened. I'm not kind. I just don't want food wasted, he gruffed. The smile stayed on Rose's lips. At the table, Chris ate heartily. Rose watched him, seeing a sadness under his eyes. A thought dawned. Maybe he just didn't want to be alone. Maybe that's why he brought her here. "Why'd you stop eating? Don't you like the food?" he asked without looking up. "It's good. But can I ask something? You're rich. If I broke your windshield, you could fix it. And you could even buy a new car, and it's nothing to you. You could have had me arrested because I'm nobody. But you brought me to your home. Be honest. Did you bring me here because you're lonely and wanted company?" He said nothing, kept eating, so she changed the subject. "I love this dish. Mexican adobo. Is it your favorite?" "Yes. Do you know how to cook adobo?" "No, but I'll try." "Good. I'll buy everything you need. And remember, eating together doesn't make me nice. You're not here because I'm lonely. You're here because you owe me. You're my servant. Understood?" Next morning, Rose stretched, left her small room, and found Chris hauling bags. "Mr. Chris, what's all that?" "Ingredients for the adobo you're making, and this is for you." He handed her a bar. "Wow, dark chocolate." Rose's eyes shone. "It's just chocolate," he thought, watching her gaze like a puppy at a treat. "You taking it or not?" "Yes." She snatched it like a cat, tore it open and chewed. "You've never had that?" "No. Back where I'm from, sweets were off limits. They didn't want me gaining weight because because we couldn't afford them." "Right, couldn't afford them," she corrected, hiding her slip. "It's delicious. As thanks for your kindness, I'll cook you the best adobo." She carted the groceries to the kitchen. Once there, nerves pricked. She didn't really know how. Tina had once taught her, but she couldn't recall. How do I make adobo again? Chop the chicken, gather ingredients. Not too much salt, lots of adobo sauce, a little vinegar. Right. That's it, she told herself and started. She cooked with determination, excited to share it with Chris. When she tasted it, she frowned. Something's off. It doesn't taste like Tina's, she fretted, pacing. She finally slumped in a chair, thinking hard. Hungry, Chris came looking and found Rose deep in thought. "Rose, what are you thinking? Is the adobo done?" "That's the problem, sir. I cooked, but the adobo lost the taste of the sauce," she said, baffling him. "What? How?" "The sauce makes the adobo." "Exactly, I poured a lot. And shouldn't it be red? But it's white," she said. "White? White adobo?" "Check it yourself." He went to the kitchen. Sure enough, pale and lifeless. "What is this?" He tasted it and puckered hard. "Is it good?" "Good. My face is cracking. What did you do? It's so sour. You said you poured a lot of sauce." "I did." "Which sauce?" "This one," she said, showing a bottle. "That's vinegar," Chris burst out laughing. "No wonder it's white. This is adobo without the peppers, adobo in vinegar, white adobo." He doubled over, clutching his stomach. "Chris," she scolded, pouting. "You're the first person I've met who made white adobo. No wonder you were worried. This is a big problem. I'm dying." He howled. "I am a princess," she muttered. "A what?" He stopped laughing, looked at her. Her heart thumped. Had she said too much? "Do you believe me? I'm kidding. Not a princess, just dreaming," she deflected. "Of course you're joking. How could a girl who hawks vegetables be a princess? Maybe a princess of greens," he teased, then grew serious, cupped her cheek. "You made me laugh, Rose. I haven't laughed like this in 2 years. You brought color back to this mansion. I want you to accept this as a thank you," he whispered, kissing her forehead gently. "That's how you say thank you?" she asked innocently. "Not for everyone. But I want to thank you like that," he said, surprised when she touched his face, rose on tiptoe, and pressed her lips to his forehead. "Thank you for the chocolate," she said softly. Chris flushed. "You're welcome," he stammered, heart racing. From that day, their bond deepened. Even though Rose kept messing up, she never gave up learning to do things right. Beneath Chris's gruffness, she saw kindness. "Now, you're serious? You want to cook fish?" Chris asked, dreading his kitchen turning into a playground again. "Yes. I should do something useful. I'm your maid." "I need to work well," she insisted. "Fine, I'll buy fish." He gave in. Facing a lively fish, Rose decided, "Fry you. That'll be best." She dropped it straight into hot oil. It jumped. Oil splattered. "Ow! It's fighting!" she cried. Chris heard the commotion and rushed over. "Rose, are you okay?" he called, grabbing the handle, only for Rose to wedge herself in the doorway, body the only thing fitting through. "What's happening in there? What's ow? What's fighting?" "Nothing. I'm just battling a fish, but it's about to pass away." "Pass away? Let me see." He pushed in and saw the fish twitching in the oil, unscaled. He pinched his brow to stifle a laugh and looked at her. "It's dead now," Rose said like a child. He didn't want to laugh, he pitied the poor fish, but her innocent face made it impossible. "How do you look like an angel while acting like a menace?" He snorted. "How could you fry a live fish in boiling oil without scaling it? Rose, do you really know nothing?" "Was that wrong?" she murmured, shame clouding her face. "It's okay, baby. Not a big deal. I'll do it for you," he said tenderly, and before she could reply, he kissed her. She stilled, then didn't pull away, letting his gentle kiss deepen. "Chris." "Shh." He pressed a finger to her lips. To leave. "Do you love me, Rose?" "Chris, my feelings are clear. I do like you. You're not hard to love. You've been good to me, and you're the only one I've ever truly loved. With you, my heart beats free. I do love you, but I don't know how long we have." "I don't need how long." "My love won't end," he said. Tears welled. She pulled him into a fierce kiss. It no longer mattered how long their love would last, only that they loved now. "Chris, I want to love you and stop fearing the future. I want to give you all my love until the last-minute time takes me away," she thought as they kissed. From that day, the two hearts loved in freedom. Tina and Kelsey were welcome visitors at Chris's mansion. One afternoon, Rose cooked while Kelsey coached. "This house is gorgeous, Rose," Kelsey said, eyes everywhere. "Chris is kind, you don't have to worry. Will you really teach me to cook? I hope I'm not keeping you from your peanut stand." "You're not. It's good to rest. What do you want to learn? And who is Chris to you? Why do you smile when you say his name?" Kelsey teased. "Are you in love, Kelsey?" Rose laughed. "It's sweet to love freely." "Yes, I'm in love," she admitted. "How's Tina?" "Pregnant and happy. Married to the mayor now. Me? Still selling peanuts. But the building next to Chris's is hiring janitors. Maybe I'll apply," Kelsey said. They chatted all day. At dusk, they hugged goodbye. That night, rain hammered down. Rose waited with hot food ready. Lightning flashed. The lights went out. She dozed on the sofa. Chris couldn't drive home through the downpour. The food he'd bought for her went cold. When the rain finally eased, he sped back. The mansion lights flicked on as he entered. He saw Rose's careful spread on the table, then her sleeping on the couch. He knelt, touched her soft cheek. "I'm sorry I'm late," he whispered, taking her hand. He noticed small cuts, proof of her effort. He kissed each mark. "Baby, you're perfect. I appreciate everything you do. I hate seeing these hands wounded. You're stubborn. You want to serve and prove yourself. It's the cutest thing about you," he murmured, kissing her hand again and again, lips trailing up her arm to her neck. The tickle stirred her. She blinked awake. "Chris?" she gasped, finding his mouth at her throat. Instead of answering, he kissed her lips. "Wait, did you eat?" "I made food," she said, but he didn't stop. "I haven't eaten, but I want something else," he whispered, hands roving. "Hold on. Maybe you're just hungry. Try what I cooked." He paused, gazed into her eyes. "I already tasted it. It's the best I've ever had," he said, kissing her wounded hand again. "It hurts me to see your hands like this. You serve me well. Let me serve you." "Your words are different tonight, Chris," she breathed, heart racing at the heat in his eyes. "Yes, I'm hungry. Give me something to eat?" "Of course. Let me get a plate." She started to rise, but he gently pinned her wrists to the sofa. "Chris, if not food, then what?" "You," he said, kissing her deeply. "It's all you I need, Rose." Warmth rose. Kisses deepened. In the midst of it, he slipped a ring on her finger. "Chris, a ring." What does this mean? You know, I want you in my life. I want you to be my wife, my queen. Can I be your king? He asked. You're always my king, she whispered. The ring became their knot. He carried her to the bedroom, laid her gently on the bed, tugged off his shirt. She looked away, shy. He turned her face back. Look at me, Rose. This body is yours tonight, he said softly. Too much. The light, she stammered. Lights off, he smiled, and flicked the switch. He moved over her, and she welcomed the one she loved. Their bodies joined. They climbed together to the summit of their love. Spent, they held each other and fell asleep. In the middle of the night, footsteps sounded in the mansion. Rose stirred, thinking someone had broken in. Before she could get up, the door burst open. A regal woman entered with a team of men. Who are you? Chris snapped, ready to protect Rose. It's time to come home, Rose, said the woman Rose knew too well, her mother. Mom, I don't want to go back. I don't want the estate. I'm in love. So in love with Chris. Please let me love him. Please let me be free, Rose begged. Chris didn't understand any of it. Take her, the matriarch ordered. The men grabbed Rose. No, I won't go. You won't take her from me, Chris shouted, swinging at them. Kill that man, the matriarch said coldly. A gun raised. Chris, Rose screamed, and bolted upright in bed. Chris woke too. Rose, Rose! He cupped her face. She searched his forehead for a wound. Nothing, no wound, he soothed. It's just a dream, I'm here. A nightmare. Thank God, she whispered. Calming, but sleep never returned. Back at the Montana estate, the matriarch never stopped searching. She ransacked Rose's room with staff, looking for any clue. A maid found a book-shaped bulge in the pillow. She pulled out a book. Ma'am, I found this inside the young Miss's pillow, the maid said. The matriarch took it. A Spanish-English dictionary. She turned to Linda. You gave this to her, didn't you? You helped her run. You know the punishment for betrayal. I'll give you one chance. Answer one question. Is she in New York? Tears filled Linda's eyes. Yes, ma'am. A slap cracked across her cheek. All of you, find the young lady anywhere in New York and bring her back, the matriarch commanded, heels snapping with rage. Meanwhile, Rose sat opposite Chris. Are you sure, Chris, you'll marry me? But what? What's bothering you, Rose? Are you hiding something? No, not like that. If not, tell me what's on your mind. She stared into his eyes. Such an open face with no idea who she truly was. Should I tell him? About me, who I really am? If I do, what happens? Does it even matter? She wondered, while Chris waited. Rose, tell me. Okay, Chris, I don't have a birth certificate, and I'm not exactly from here. I don't even have an ID. It might be hard for you to marry me, she lied. That's easy. I can fix that. But is that really all, or is there more? That's it. Also, can Tina and Kelsey come to the wedding? Invite anyone you want. For now, do you want to go somewhere? I want to buy clothes for Kelsey. She has no new outfits or shoes. Will you come? Of course, for my future wife. They headed to a mall. While Rose shopped, familiar faces appeared, men from the estate's security. Her pulse spiked. 10 men. There had to be more. One made eye contact. She turned fast, grabbed Chris's hand. Chris, let's go now, she urged, pulling him toward the exit. Rose, wait. You haven't picked anything. I changed my mind. Next time, please. She hurried, glancing back. Chris looked too, noticing men trailing them. Rose? Who are they? No time. Chris, run. I'll explain later. They sprinted, dove into the car and sped off. Rose, who are they? He demanded, voice raised. Tears sprang to her eyes. Are you mad at me? She asked, trembling. He pulled over, took her hand. Baby, I'm sorry I yelled, but I need to know who those men are and why they're chasing you. I love you. I want to protect you. I don't want to lose you. I'm sorry, she said, realizing how much she'd worried him. Still, she couldn't tell the truth. I'll ask again, who were they? Old enemies from the street, she lied. When I sold vegetables, a group of men tried to take my earnings. I ran. They said if they saw me again, they'd hurt me. When I saw them, I ran. The lie stabbed her. How could she deceive the one who loved her most? You should have told me. From now on, you don't run or hide. I'm here. Whatever happens, I'm by your side. Really, Chris? What if someday you learn something about me? What if I vanish? What if time tests us? Are you trying to scare me? Please don't, he said softly. I'm not, What if, like in the movies, I were actually a princess? Someone who doesn't deserve your love? No one deserves my love more than you. Even if you were a princess, I'd follow you anywhere, bring you back to my arms even if it cost me my life, he said, and she kissed him hard. She knew the time to leave drew near, but she savored every second with him. I love you so much, Chris, she said, and he didn't let her lips go. Passion flared. In the enclosed car, they loved again. Chris married Rose quickly. In the church, he stood at the altar, watching his bride in white. The ceremony was elegant, his love visible in every detail. Rose walked toward him in tears of joy, friends by their side. She reached the altar when men stormed in, hijacking the moment. What are you doing here? Rose whispered, not expecting to be found on her wedding day. By order of the matriarch, we're taking you back to the estate, said the head of security, pulling at her arm. Chris blocked him. No. How much do you want? I'll pay anything. Just leave her. He hid Rose behind him. Tears streamed down her face. General, let me silence that man, one guard said, reaching for a weapon. Rose jumped in front of Chris. Don't hurt him. I know I'm at fault. Take me quietly. Just don't hurt anyone I love, she pleaded, using words Chris didn't recognize. I understand, miss, the chief said. Rose, what do you mean? Explain, Chris begged, turning to her. What haven't you told me? She wiped a tear from his eye. Listen, Chris, I thought I could hide it. I thought I could outrun who I am. I thought I could love forever in secret. Chris, I'm a princess, the heiress of a Montana dynasty. I was never supposed to be here, never supposed to meet you. So you lied. About who I am, yes, but not about my love. Even if our time is brief, I'll carry it forever. I love you, Chris, even if we never meet again. She kissed him. One kiss of love, one of goodbye, and went with the guards. Chris fought, chased her to the church steps, but could do nothing. He fell to his knees, heart broken. Rose, he cried. In the car, Rose wept, watching him grow small. Chris, she sobbed, reaching for the door, but a guard stopped her. Don't do it, miss. I can't guarantee his safety if you break your word. But I love him. Haven't you ever loved? I have a wife and child, miss. But you don't belong there. You fled duties here, and there you were never meant to fall in love, the chief said. Rose cried harder. Back at the estate after a long drive, Rose knelt before her furious mother. Sinner, the matriarch spat and slapped her. Tears fell. I love him, mother. Please, let me be free, let me be happy, she begged. You're an heiress. The love you want is impossible. You have duties, and must marry a man of our world, not some nobody. He's not a nobody. I love him, she said, and was slapped again. Insolent. You were made to be owned by a man of our choosing, a man of status, not just anyone. Your womanhood and your whole self belong to the man I pick. I'm not worthy of the one you choose, mother. What do you mean? My heart, myself, my womanhood. I've already given them to the man you tore from me. Traitor. Disgrace. The matriarch trembled with rage and slapped her once more. No one must know your shame. The wedding will proceed. Lock her up. They threw Rose into her room. Even the sun couldn't touch her. Food arrived by servant's hand. Meanwhile, Chris drowned in whiskey, alone in his mansion, life directionless. In the kitchen, he saw her in every memory. In his room, her smile. Even her scent lingered in the sheets. Rose, I love you. My life is pointless without you. Is there anything I can do to bring you back? He wondered, drinking until he fell asleep on the floor. At dawn, a merciful wind seemed to slap him awake. He stood, resolve forming. "I'm coming for you, Rose. I'm bringing you home," he vowed, showered, packed, and flew to Montana. At the estate gates he caught a servant returning. "Wait," he called, forgetting he knew none of their protocols. "You, outsider, what are you doing here?" the woman asked sharply. Then Chris heard the accent he knew. "You're American. What's your name, please? Just one question." "If you must ask, be quick," she said. "Is the young lady here? Is she okay? Can you help me see her? I'll pay you well." "You're the one Rose loves, aren't you?" Linda asked. "Yes, ma'am, please, anything," he said, his love plain in his eyes. "You know I could die for talking to you. I'm already unforgiven, but I'll help. Miss Rose isn't well. She hasn't eaten in days. She may try to end her life. I love her. If you want to see her, I'll give you my uniform. I'm suspended from service. There are many staff. You won't be recognized." "Sneak to her room and get her out," Linda whispered. Chris agreed immediately. Dressed in the maid's clothes, he moved unnoticed. In the corridor, the matriarch appeared. Chris froze. "Take this to Rose," she said, handing a tray. "Yes, ma'am," he answered, relieved he'd used the right words. Linda's look said he'd passed. He found Rose's door. "Miss, your meal," he said softly. The familiar English startled her. Only Linda spoke to her that way, but the voice was oddly pitched. "Nanny, is that you?" "Open the door, miss." "I don't want to eat. Please let me be." "It's me, Rose. Open." "Chris." Her heart leaped. She flung the door open and threw herself into his arms. "You're here. You're really here. Let me in." Inside, he kissed her, deep, desperate. "Chris, why did you come? You shouldn't be here. It's dangerous. They could kill you." "I don't care. I'm here to take you. Will you come? We'll finish our wedding and run, state to state if we must, whatever it takes." "I'll come," she said. They hurried out, only to meet the matriarch. "Where are you going, Rose? And you, why is your head down, maid? Look at me." Chris kept his face low. "Obey," she commanded. He lifted his head, softening his features, passable as a woman for a heartbeat, until the chief recognized him. "An outsider!" the chief barked. Chris seized Rose's hand and ran. "Catch the intruder and bring him to me," the matriarch shouted. Guards surged. The world shrank. Every exit was blocked. A fist cracked across Chris's jaw. He dropped. A cold barrel pressed his brow. "Take the young lady," the matriarch ordered. Guards dragged Rose away. "Mom, please, have mercy," Rose cried. "You're reckless," her mother said. "Blame your stubborn heart if he dies." Rose tore free, flung herself over Chris. The chief paused, pity stirring. "What are you doing, Rose? He wants to die for you. Let him," the matriarch said. "No, mother. If you take his life, take mine too," Rose sobbed. "Ma'am, perhaps let them be," the chief murmured, glancing between them. The matriarch approached. There were tears in her eyes, memories of a love she'd once been denied by her own mother. She had been forced into a loveless marriage. "Do you truly love this man, Rose?" "More than anyone, mother." "Are you ready to forsake everything? Your title, the estate?" "Yes, I'll let it all go." "Are you ready to forget me?" "I'll never forget you. I just want to love for real." "But I won't lose my mother," Rose said. The matriarch finally wept. "Fine. I'll let you go. I'll allow you to love. My mother did nothing for me then. As your mother, this is what I can do for you, give you freedom. From this moment, you are no longer the family's princess. You have no claim here. If you ever return, it will be as a guest, not an heiress. From today, you are free," she declared. Linda translated for Chris. "The matriarch says you're free to love. She entrusts her daughter to you, but asks one thing. Bring the grandchildren to visit someday," Linda said. Joy burst across Chris's face and Rose's. "You can count on me, Mom. I'll never hide your grandkids or your daughter from you," Chris said, heart full. With the matriarch's blessing, they left Montana. That very day, Rose stopped being a princess and became an ordinary woman. Back in New York, they completed the wedding they'd begun. Tina and Kelsey stood proudly by them. "Chris Falcon, do you take Rose Maddox to be your lawfully wedded wife for richer or poorer in sickness and in health?" "I do, Father." Rose Maddox, do you take Chris Falcon to be your lawfully wedded husband for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health? I do, Father. Then Chris Falcon and Rose Maddox, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Chris, you may kiss the bride. Cheers filled the church as Chris kissed his wife. After the beautiful ceremony, they left for Europe on their honeymoon and began their life together. Soon their love bore fruit. Rose carried twins. They built a strong family. Years passed. Their children, Kayla and Cassius, turned 5 and played in the yard. Give that back, Kayla, it's mine. You're so mean, Cassius. I'm not mean, you are. You don't even look like Mommy. I do too. Nope, you're adopted. Adopted, Cassius teased. Kayla ran to Chris in tears. Baby, why are you crying? He asked, scooping her up. Cassius said I don't look like Mommy. Mommy's beautiful. I want to look like Mommy. You do look like Mommy. You're both my princesses. He said I'm adopted. Am I adopted, Daddy? How could that be? You're twins. Cassius, come here, Chris called. Yes, Daddy? What did you say to your sister? That she's adopted, the boy said, just as Rose picked up a hanger. What did you say, Cassius? She asked calmly. He darted behind his dad and started wailing. I'm not even spanking you yet, Rose said. Don't hide behind your father. He's afraid of me too, she teased. What did you say to your sister? I was joking, Mom. I won't do it again, promise. Mom, don't spank him. I'm not mad. His butt will hurt, Kayla pleaded. Rose set the hanger down and lifted Cassius. When have I ever spanked you? Not once. But don't joke like that again, understood? Yes, Mom. Are we visiting Grandma? The couple exchanged a look. Chris nodded. It's time to go back to Montana, he said. As guests now, they returned to the estate. The matriarch eagerly met her lively grandkids, who messed up her hair endlessly. Tired out, the children napped, and Rose sat across from her mother. Daughter, do you regret your choice? The matriarch asked. Rose shook her head. I have a good husband who never lets me down, Mother. When I look at my 3 stars, my husband and our 2 kids, I feel nothing but joy. Thank you for letting me be happy, Rose said. The matriarch's heart brimmed over. Sometimes in life, we need courage to be happy and free, like Rose and Chris chose for their love. Happiness isn't in luxury. In this world, love is what you need to be joyful and free. It isn't wrong to fight for what's right and what your heart wants.